All right, says we're live. How's everybody doing? Good Sunday to everyone. I'm in a little different part of my basement tonight. Changed some things around. Hopefully everybody can see me, hear me okay. Gotta wait for at least one comment to come in knowing that you guys can see me and hear me okay. Then we'll move on. I say I got 12 people here. There we go. Dave's up. How you doing, Dave? So I'm trying some different things. Hey, there we go. Dakota, Jack, good people. Hi, how's everybody doing? Trying to move some things around. Going over some of the videos the last couple of weeks, the live videos. It was, hey, Christina. I'm not sure if that's Christina or the husband watching, but I noticed a lot of times I was getting lag, and so I moved out here to a different part of my basement. This is actually my little desk work area, and I'm like 5 feet away from the Wi-Fi router. So I think we should be okay here for we should be able to get rid of the lag and whatnot. But I'm trying to log into my computer also, so I can see comments in real time, and that way maybe it's just be a little bit easier for me to see these comments and respond and things like that. All right, there we go. Now I can see comments. Cool. Terry Lacey, Greg Gold, Matt Presidents, Craig Kunanen, Derek Johnson, Mark Pearson, Jim Weiss, Jeff Spear. Hey, how's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. So I should, now that I can watch the comments here on my computer, I should be able to, maybe I'll catch a few more. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate missing comments. If people have questions and things like that, I hate missing comments. I want to make sure I try to get with everybody that I can. All right, let's see if I can actually... I'm experimenting as we do this, guys, so I apologize. There we go. Now I got my full screen. The whole screen is chat right now. Cool. All right, so I hope the lighting's okay. I had to rig a few more lights to come in here and make sure my basement's a little dark. Obviously, it's a basement. There's not a whole lot of sunlight down here, but I wanted to make sure we had enough light. And all right, so anyway, good. All right, good. We're up and running. So I think this is going to be my new Sunday spot from now on. It's just like I said, I should be able to alleviate the lag issues. A little bit warmer in here as well. Hey, Brad, 4 lake trout on Lake Huron today. Congratulations, man. Good job. Good to see people out there fishing. Ken, dude, thanks for the super chat, dude. So we'll do that same thing tonight. Let's do that same thing tonight. We'll anybody super chats, we'll put them in for a shirt drawing. Jason C won last weekend, and mailing that shirt out tomorrow. So I'll mail another one out as well. Jason C, you're back, man. You want 2 shirts? All right, no problem, man. You can have them. All right, cool. All right, so let's talk about the fishing report real quick. And honestly, there's not much to tell. Obviously, we're still in deer hunting mode. Everybody's in the woods. Everybody's wood-minded right now. Terry Lacey, thanks so much for the super chat. Let me throw your name down real quick. Yeah, so everybody's still out deer hunting. Michigan deer season, firearm season, ends, what is it, tomorrow? Tuesday. Tuesday will be the first, well, Monday is the last day. Tuesday, no more deer season. So I know in years past, I've seen more people get back out on the lake if they can, just before, ice comes in. Usually some really good perch fishing, normally some really good walleye fishing around here also, before that first ice. Jim Weiss, can I ask a question on here about lead core and big planer boards? Is there a better place to ask? No, Jim, this is a great place to ask. If I don't see the comment, there's many knowledgeable people on this channel. Ask away. Like I said, if I don't see it, ask it a second time or something. But yeah, absolutely, ask any questions that you want to ask. But yeah, there's normally some excellent perch fishing just before first ice, and some excellent walleye fishing as well. So don't be afraid to get out there if you still can. Just be careful, mind the weather. Make sure you got your personal safety equipment. Get out there and do some nice trolling or some jigging for some perch out there. Steelhead are still pretty solid in the rivers right now. Fished out of Manistee last Sunday. Oh, nice. Almost ran on top of duck hunters. Christina Parker. Turned towards shelf, picked up a Laker and a coho. Nice job. Then almost ran on top of some duck hunters. Yeah, there's a lot of duck hunters out there as well. But hey, it's that time of the year. No worries there. But yeah, if you can get out before first ice, it can be a fantastic time. Just ask around your local shops. Ask around here if you want to. And can I say hi to Sean, please? Katie MacArthur, my hubby is watching you live, loves the show. Yeah, hey Sean, how you doing? Good, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And you got a nice wife there, Katie. Thanks to you also for throwing that out for your husband. Very cool. Absolutely. Hope you guys are having a great night. But yeah, get out there and just experiment right now. Talk around your local shops. Talk around, get on the forums. Like Great Lakes Fisherman, MichiganAngler.com. There's some great information out there for fishing this late time of the year. For me, if it was me going out, I'd be going out looking for walleye. I would just be trolling here on Portage Lake. Mike Hicks throwing a super chat. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. I love trolling walleye here on Portage Lake, late season walleye. And I've said this before. I just run great big old Rapalas up near the shore, husky jerks and normal floaters. And just troll nice and slow, 2 or 3 boards out of side, get some buddies to go with you, get your wife to go with you, your girlfriend, whatnot, or your boyfriend, husband, whatever way it may be, and just get some more lines out. Jess Beer just put the boat away yesterday. Walleye fishing on Lake Erie was fantastic. Yeah, Lake Erie, man, I got to get over there. I got to get over there one of these days and get on that. Hey, Cliff French, there's my sister Laura chiming in. Hey, Laura, how you doing? And yeah, but like I said, there's just not a whole lot of fishing going on right now. Request for one of the 5 new flies for 2021. Do a mimic or a copy of the Riverside Pickled Sunshine with purple taco material. Zach Schultz. Okay, so the Riverside fly and the Pickled Sunshine fly, I mean, if you know the flies, they're almost essentially the exact same fly. One has a bullet head, one doesn't. One's a tube fly, one's a bullet head fly. The material is Flashaboo. It's not the mylar that comes from Purple Taco. It's a hard fly to mimic. I can do it. In fact, I've done some in the past. I got a pretty good idea. In fact, I know exactly what the material is. But it is just a different fly because of the material. The Flashaboo and the mylar just act differently in the water. But yeah, maybe for 2021, that's something I can throw out there. Aimlessly Drifting wants to know if video quality is poor for anyone else. Guys, if we're having poor video quality, please let me know. And I can see if I can make some changes. I got my tea. Okay, yeah, no, people are saying good, so we should be good. I'm like honestly almost sitting on top of the Wi-Fi router, so yeah, we should be real solid. Cool. All right, so now I don't have a whole lot more information for fishing right now. Hunting season obviously is winding down. We're going to get into late archery and muzzleloader here in just a little while. Hello from Belgium. Man, Belgium. Joe Blanks throwing a super chat. Thanks, Joe. Joe, I don't have a shirt that's going to fit you, man. I can maybe sew 2 together. What are you, like 6'10" or something like that? You're a big dude. But thanks for the super chat, Joe. Appreciate that. But somebody just chimed in from Belgium. Amory Roland, if I'm saying that right. Nice to see you. Hope everything's well in Belgium. Cool. All right. When will we be putting out some videos of the season? Scott, that's a good question. I've been going through a lot of my GoPro stuff, going through Mark Pearson. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Been going through a lot of the GoPro footage, a lot of the camera footage. And one thing I have learned is I have a lot to learn. That's, yeah, that is a big glass of tea. I know, dude. Yeah, one thing I've learned is I have a ton to learn when it comes to doing GoPro footage, on the boat footage. I am doing my best to throw some things together, but I have found that as I go through it, I've learned much more things I can do better next season and seasons to come. little different angles, different locations of the cameras, different, a little bit of different everything. So I got some really good ideas. I'm going to see what I can do, though. I'm definitely going to see what I can do. Jason C., what for us to use off the piers this time of the year? Shrimp, spawn. I'd go with spawn. And don't be afraid to chuck some little Cleos out there as well. The silver and blue and the silver and green. Don't be afraid to throw those out there. Let me get my bucket of tea here. Any tutorials using boards in your video repertoire? Yeah, we actually have a couple videos out. Corey Reed, it's a good question, man. We have a couple videos out. If you look through the channel, you'll see how to deploy your dipsties and your downriggers correctly. And then there's another one on how to deploy your lead core and your copper on boards. And there's some real good information there. We did that on Jim's boat last year. Speaking of Jim, different Jim, Jim Dombrowski throwing a super chat. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate that. Throw that name down. Like I said, if we get more than 10 people at super chat, I'll give away 2 shirts. I just made Sean's night. Wish I could post a picture. He's currently making purple taco flies. Katie, it's my pleasure. Happy to help out. I'm glad Sean enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 people so far. So 3 more people super chat. I'll give away 2 shirts tonight. Chris, if you would get from Jerry Maslowski, if you would get just 1 purple taco package of fly material, what one would you suggest? I fish the Wisconsin side. Jeremy, it's a good question. And, man, I don't have an answer for you. They're all good. All the packages are good. I would probably go with Chris's top picks. That or, oh, man. I don't think I could pick just one. But the top picks is a great place to start. And then just maybe start getting some of the other packages as well. And then don't be afraid. Experiment with your own stuff. Make up stuff that works for you, because it is so much fun going out there and catching fish on the flies that you design. Clarence, New York. Bill Schneider's here. Jim Weiss. I fish Lake Erie. Got a big mast planer boards. Can I run 10 colors on my poles for when I need to run? Let me check this out. They're 6, 7 most of the time. What releases do I use? Okay. Peter R. Thanks, man. I'm going to throw your name down here. Jim. So I'm gathering the information. Let me read this. You fish Lake Erie, got a mast and big planer boards. I don't run those. I used to, and I've gone to all inline planer boards. Can I run 10 colors on my poles for when I need it, but 6 or 7 most of the time? What releases do I use? All right, Corey Reed and Zach Schultz, man. All right, we're giving away at least 2 shirts tonight. Thanks, guys. All right, for Mr. Weiss. Andy K., my pretty wife just said, aren't you missing your friend from Tangle Tackle? That's funny, Andy, that's funny. All right, so can you run 10 color cores on planer boards? Absolutely. I run the Dreamweaver Ninja boards, and I've run up to 450 coppers on those things. So a 10 color on that is child's play. You can run, honestly, I've run 13 colors on my Ninja boards, no problem. I think you could probably run up to 20 colors on those Ninja boards, and you wouldn't have much of a problem. What releases should you use? I don't set my boards to release, and a lot of people do. I just don't. I feel like I have more control over the fish by having the board not release. I can keep a little more tension on there, and there's some tricks that you can learn along the line. As you do it more and more, you'll figure those out. But that's just me, and I don't disagree. If anybody tells me, hey, I set my board to release and that's the way to do it, if that's what works for you, hey, I completely support you. I just don't. And when I fish on a lot of other boats, many other boats around here do not set their boards to release. Maybe it's a location thing. Maybe it's just personal preference. I don't know. But that's just the way we do it. So, Jim, I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, just email me, christangletackel@gmail.com. I'm happy to go into more depth with you, talk about things that maybe I wasn't able to get to there. Video quality is great. Glad to hear it. Ernest Jean, there's a name I see on here all the time. Good to see. Cliff French, another name. Jack Cottrell, Ninja Boards rock. Yeah, they do. I use Church TX44s, Jason, with my 10 color, no problem. Yeah, TX44s are almost overkill. Those things run really true. The only problem I have with the 44s, and I used to use them on my big coppers and lead core, but sometimes I was fighting the board more than I was fighting the fish. Those things pull, they pull so hard to the side. I found the Ninja boards are just a much better happy medium. They still run super true, run very well. Like I said, I can pull huge coppers and cores on those things, and I don't feel like I'm having to horse that board in as much as the 44s. I think he is using the mass with the big boards. Yeah, Mark, I agree. Mark Pearson, yeah, I agree with you. He was talking about big boards. It was a little confusing, and maybe that's just me and my density up here. But yeah, hard to say. Hopefully he'll email me if he has more questions. Matt Presnitz, there's a good guy right there. TX44, like diving for me. The Ninjas haven't had that problem. Yeah, you get a TX44 that goes diving on you, man, it can take all day to get that thing to come back up to the surface. Yeah, definitely. All right. Channel is a little slow right now, but just wait till fishing picks up. It's great, yeah. Yeah, Derek, I know. Not much to talk about right now on the channel. Obviously, we're outside the salmon season, but man, when we get going in the summertime, this channel just goes crazy. How many people we got? We got 70 people here. I mean, for what? End of I almost said January. I swear. For the end of November, 70 people here. Hey, I'm thrilled by that. I'm absolutely thrilled by that. Only thing on Ninja boards, Zach Schultz, only thing on Ninjas is they do slide down braid unless you wrap the line. Yep, I completely agree with you, Zach. And I always wrap my braid on those Ninja boards. And once you do that, boy, it's just like you put super glue on there. They're not moving an inch. Mark Pearson, boat maintenance time. My boat's put up, Mark. Yeah, got a lot of things prepped for the spring. I got little things to do with it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to spring already. What reels do I use? Peter R. And do you have left and right hand fit charters? What reels? I use mostly Akuma convectors. For the most part, it's Akuma convectors. For my divers and my downriggers, I run the Daiwa Saltists. And I found that I like my customers on my charter to have the best opportunity to land a big fish. And I found those Daiwa Saltists do have a much better drag system than the convectors. The convectors are fantastic for my lead corn, my long lines, copper, and other applications. But I really like a little bit better reel for my divers and my downriggers. Can't go wrong with those. Do I have left and right hand fit charters? No. I think you're asking if I have left-handed reels on my charter boat. No, I don't. I have all right-handed reels. I've had many people that'll come on there and they just flip it right upside down and they reel backwards with their left hand, and we get the job done. We always do our best to get the job done. Yeah, Jason Everett, I agree. TX44 like to dive. Yeah, put releases on yours and they work better. Yeah, absolutely. Jason C. Corey, Akuma reels and rods are the best. Yeah, Akuma, you can't go wrong really with the price on Akuma. And I paid the extra $1 or $2 for the Daiwa Saltis, but like I said, I want to give my customers the best opportunity to land a big fish. I had a 12-year-old girl on board last year, and really her first time out salmon fishing. I just set my shoot rigger, and that thing fired off, and it was gone. It was swimming in Wisconsin. But she was able to fight that fish. Her and her grandfathers took it real easy. Those Daiwa Saltis are so smooth. She fought it, and we finally got it in, and it was just shy of 31 pounds. So she got herself a trophy fish. And I really attribute a lot of that success to the drags on those Saltis. They are so liquid smooth. Cold waters, Scott Wachner, yeah, cold waters are great reels. You want to spend about 20 more bucks on a reel? Absolutely. Peter R., please post the Daiwa model number you recommend in the notes later. Yeah, I can do that, but if you're just looking for the Daiwas that I run, they're Saltists, Saltists, and then just go off the sizes that you want for whatever application you want. If you want to go downriggers or divers or lead core long line, coppers, whatever you want, just look up Daiwa Saltus, and they are fantastic reels. The only thing, I'll say this about the Saltus, and it's not a terrible thing, but their line counters are on the side of the reel, not on top like the Akumas. They're right on the side. So when I'm fighting that thing, I'm a right-handed guy. So when I'm pulling on that rod with my left hand, that line counter likes to dig right there into my forearm. And honestly, most of the time, 99% of the time, I don't even notice it. And the customers never have said a thing about it. But if I could change any one thing about those Saltists, that's the thing I would change. And good news is I've heard that Daiwa is changing that, and either next year or the year after, they're going to have the line counters up on top. So that's a definite win. All right, let's do the pro tip of the week. I got to come up with an intro for that of some kind. I got to make some stupid flashing lights or something to come up with to introduce the pro tip of the week. Zach Schultz, Saltus are legit, kind of pricey, but yeah, worth it, definitely. All right, I'm not seeing any comments come in, so somebody just throw me something real quick to make sure that I'm still live here. Yeah, the timer's still clicking, so I got to be. All right, so here's your pro tip of the week. And this one's, I don't know. Good. All right, cool. Yeah, pro tip of the week. So this is something I did a while back. When I first started getting into salmon fishing, there's so much to learn. So much. I mean, people talk about lead core and divers and downriggers, copper and steel and diver rod, blah, 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 speed, temp, everything. There's so many things to learn when it comes to salmon fishing. When I first started getting into it, 20 some years ago, I thought about it and I thought about how did I want to learn. I picked a charter, and it happened to be Riverside Charters here in Manistee. And I talked with him, and he was already a friend of mine, but I asked him, hey, if I take a charter with you, can I pick your brain? Would you mind if when we go out there, I can ask you some questions? And he said, of course, no problem. So my recommendation is if you're just getting into salmon fishing, and I'm not trying to say come charter with me or anybody in particular, book a charter, talk with the people beforehand, ask them, hey, if I get on there and me and my boy or my daughters or my wife or my husband or whatever, is it okay if we ask questions as the day goes on? And I'd say 90% of the charter guys and gals out there are going to say absolutely no problem. There's some out there that they frown on that. They just don't want to talk very much. I talked to one group last year that I had on a charter. They said one charter they went on a few years ago, the charter captain didn't say a word to them the entire trip. Not hello, not goodbye, nothing in between. Said all they talked to was the first mate all day long. Said it was just horrible. I'm not that way. You come on my boat, you can ask me anything you want to. I'll answer anything you want. So your pro tip of the week is this. If you're just getting into salmon fishing, big lake fishing, whatnot, I highly recommend take a charter. Take a reputable charter, somebody that goes out there and they probably know what they're doing, somebody that's going to allow you to talk and ask questions, maybe even set lines, things like that. It's well worth the money. It's well worth the time. Take your fishing buddies with you. They're going to be fishing all the time, or your wife, girlfriend, husband, whatever. Ask questions, learn, ask to do things. I guarantee you will start picking things up much quicker than just watching videos, reading books. Trust me. Get out there and just go after it. And then go out there on your own and just put it to use, everything that you learned. So that's your pro tip of the week. All right, how far are we in here? We are 25 minutes in. Dude, let's draw for these shirts. Let's get these done. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 people. I'm giving away 2 shirts. Cool. Let me get these torn off here. If you guys got any other questions, feel free to shout them out there while I'm doing this. I can look up and I can read. I can actually read and do things at the same time. Bob Hunter, always found keeping a log to be helpful. Yeah, absolutely. Keeping a log can be very helpful. I know a lot of guys that do that. So how's everybody's deer season go? Anybody get a monster? Anybody tagged out? Anybody miss a monster? I don't gun hunt. What's my favorite fillet knife? Looking to get a new... okay, well, that's a good question. So, I'm a little different than most guys. I do have one of the big Victorinoxes. You know, the big 15-inch blade or whatever the heck they are. Excellent, excellent knife. Victorinox, you can't go wrong. Very good steel. They sharpen well. They hold sharp well. But I'm a little different. I do have one of those, and I will use them on my bigger fish because they're a little tougher. But I have a 6-inch Rapala fillet knife that's probably 30 years old. Probably older than that. Probably 40 years, more years old. And that's pretty much all I use for filleting my salmon. That thing stays razor sharp. Stays sharp for a long, long time. And it's really easy to sharpen. So that's what I use. And if you guys want, I'll do a video next year on how I clean my fish. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the slowest. I get the job done. Saw and heard lots of hunting on the big manatee today. Yeah, I was out doing some firewood yesterday, and I don't know if it was my neighbor or somebody else. I heard rip off 3 quick shots, and I was just kind of smile and say, "Well, that one's still running." Any idea when Big John will be releasing their new downrigger? Next year, I know, is still the planned date. That's what I've understood. I need to get back in touch with my friend Kevin Gaylord over there at Big John and make sure that that is still the plan. But as far as I know, it's going to be next season. And I just know Big John. They're so quality minded. They don't want to put that thing out and then have a bunch of problems. They don't want word getting out or somebody saying bad things about it. They want to put out a quality product. They want to make sure everybody's happy with it. Just on both, for everyone's sake. Joe Blanks wants to, oh yeah, I can do it. That would be cool, cleaning the fish. I can do that next year. I can usually do a salmon in about a minute, maybe 2. Depends if I'm skinning it or not, obviously. All right, so let's do this. I got 2 shirts to give away. Good luck, everybody. 10 people in here, 72 people watching. I got 27 thumbs up for the whole video. Guys, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let's do this. Looking to buy a new pro kicker. Anyone on here know where to get the best price? Mark, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that, so hopefully somebody else will chime in. All right, first winner is Kenneth Bresci, Bresci. I'm reading that right. Ken, you get a free shirt coming. And the second one today. Corey, smash that thumbs up, folks. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate that. It does help the channel. All right, let's see who this is. Mike Hicks. Mike Hicks, you are the second winner. Congratulations, guys. Email me your address, please. Email me, christangletackel@gmail.com. I will mail those shirts out tomorrow. And be there just in time for Christmas. You can look all snazzy for Christmas. All right. That's it. That's all I got. Unless you guys want to talk about something else, let's get out of here. How'd the Lions do this week? Yeah, that's right. They stink. That's exactly how they did this week. Oh, my God. They fired their head coach finally. I don't know if that's going to make them any better, any worse. I don't know. I've realized they're not going to the Super Bowl this year, most likely. Maybe next year, right? Maybe next year. All right. Let's get out of here. Take care. Thanks again to all the Super Chatters for supporting the channel. Thanks to all the Patreon people for supporting the channel. We got a huge Patreon giveaway coming up. I think I'm going to do it here in about 2 weeks, just before Christmas. So somebody's going to get a monster Christmas gift. Yeah, fired the coach and the GM, Jace. So somebody's going to get a really nice package here. If you're a Patreon supporter, it's going to be a Patreon-only giveaway. If you want to support us on Patreon, that's wonderful. Just go on patreon.com. Look up Tangle Tackle Fishing. And if you support us on there, you're automatically entered in that drawing. All right, let's get out of here. Have a safe and good week. You too, Jason. Take care. Be safe. I will see everybody next Sunday, 7 o'clock. All right, see you guys.